So the GoFundMe in the honor of the UVALDE couple raises more than $2.6 million in 4 days. And to be frank, I mean, this is probably one of the most depressing ways to technically become a millionaire because it's like both of them passed away, right? She was murdered and he died of a broken heart, basically. And so, yes, this amount of money will help their kids, but at the same time, those kids are still going to be facing a lot of issues because they don't have their parents, right? It's always like a situation where, like, what is better for kids? Having a lot of money but no parents, or having loving parent, loving parents taking care of you? I would say loving parents because the thing is, money is a tool, right? And it can be a good or a bad thing depending on how it is used. But let's get into the story. Bring that down. So, a GoFundMe campaign started in honor of Irma Garcia, one of the two teachers killed in the Texas school shooting, and her husband, Joe, who died Thursday, has raised more than $2.6 million in just 4 days. Deborah Austin, Irma's cousin, apparently started the campaign, which has also been covered by other national outlets including CNN and the Washington Post. NBC News was not able to independently confirm Austin's identity by press time, and the Detroit Free Press reported that it confirmed that the account has been verified by the site. The campaign quickly surpassed its initial goal of $10,000 and has raised its funds from more than 46,000 donations, according to the page. The campaign was combined with another campaign initially set up by John Martinez, who CNN identified as Irma's nephew, which raised more than $550,000 and got a boost from philanthropist Bill Polt after he encouraged his 3.2 million followers to donate to the campaign. Irma was a fourth grade teacher who had been teaching at Robb Elementary in Uvalde for the past 23 years, according to her school biography. She and her co teacher of 5 years, Eva Morales, were killed along with 19 children after being gunned down by the 18-year-old gunman last week. So Irma was a wife, a mother of four, a cousin, a sister, a daughter, an aunt, and a wonderful person, Austin wrote on the fundraiser page. She would literally do anything for anybody, no questions asked. She loved her classroom kids and died trying to protect them. Just 2 days after the shooting, Irma's husband, Joe, collapsed and died at home after bringing flowers to a memorial in Irma's memory. Doctors and family members said it was possible that he died of broken heart syndrome, formerly known as Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, a rare condition that typically occurs following extreme stressors, though experts cautioned it's impossible to know the cause of death without an autopsy or x-ray. I truly believe Joe died of a broken heart and losing the love of his life of more than 25 years was too much to bear, Austin wrote on the campaign page. The condition causes the release of bursts of stress hormones that prevent the heart from properly contracting. The late couple, who were high school sweethearts, have four children, according to Garcia's school biography. The New York Times reported that the kids range in age from teenagers to early 20s. Austin wrote that the funds raised will go toward the family. Please donate anything you can to help her family. 100% of the proceeds will go to the Garcia family for various expenses. Donors to the GoFundMe page expressed their condolences for the Garcia family and for the late couple's children, especially. You can see the love Aruma and Joe had for another in their photos, and we pray their children will always remember the love their parents had for them, one posted. Comfort and peace will come in time as memories of your wonderful parents replace the grief and pain, another wrote. So, this is like a really sad situation because it's like It's good that the GoFundMe has done so well, but it's bad because you basically have a family that's kind of deserted right now. Like they're deserted on a like a lone island right now. Yeah, some family members may be able to help them out, but who's really going to be taking care of these kids? Who's really going to be taking care of these kids from these two people, right? Like that's a really big issue. Are they going to end up getting split up? Is there going to be a grandparent that's going to be coming in to take care of them? Is it going to be an uncle, an aunt, a cousin, whatever? Like, it's a really sad situation. And the big thing is, they are not going to have their parents in their lives. And it's a really sad thing because, like, what do you really do? Right? Like, if you were like a kid, one of these kids of theirs, how would you react to this situation? How would you be able to even mentally handle this situation? Like, imagine if you were a kid and you no longer had your parents. Like, your mom got murdered, and then your dad died, most likely because he couldn't deal with your mom getting murdered the way she did, and he just couldn't handle it, right? Which is probably what happened. Like, if they truly are high school sweethearts, if they truly loved each other for all those years, like they were truly like connected, kind of thing, to that extent, like emotionally, mentally, all that kind of stuff, and she passed away, he probably believed deep inside that he could not live another day without her, right? And you see a lot of these situations where like you have two retirees, right? Husband and wife, retirees, where they're like in their 70s. As soon as one of them passes away, the other one's going to pass away within like a month, typically, right? Like the other one tends to not really live that long, really at all. So this is just a really sad thing to see. I hope this money will end up being actually used correctly. Like the saddest thing about all these like fundraisings, like fundraisers and all that kind of stuff for all these different causes, a lot of times they do get hijacked. A lot of times the management of the money is kind of suspect. Like I really hope that the 2.6 million plus dollars that is in this fundraiser actually gets purely utilized to take care of the kids of these two people. Because if it doesn't, and the kids end up getting screwed over on top of all this stuff that they have to deal with, like that is such like a brutal life experience. Like their mother gets murdered, their dad passes away very early on, and now they also get screwed over by a GoFundMe fundraising a GoFundMe like fundraising attempt. Like that is just a really depressing scenario. And by the way, it was even crazier. Now there's been like more shootings that have potentially been going on. There's been like another one recently that actually did happen, but was stopped by a female that did have a gun. Apparently, there was an attempted potential shooting by a 10-year-old in Florida, which is really sad. It's like the world is getting crazier, and it's just sad to see people commit harm to one another for no reason at all. If you want to learn how to manage your money and get out of debt, go to 4 inbox.com. Either way, this is just a really depressing scenario.